Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thor Repairs channel. So today what we're gonna do is we're going to do the first oil change on my new Mercury here. It's a 200 horsepower. So we're gonna do the engine oil and we're going to do the leg oil, which is gonna be a little bit different because to change the leg oil, I gotta get in there. So that'll be interesting. So we're gonna do that. And so first we're gonna run it for a couple minutes. So the way you do that is you get in right here and you pop this off. If it'll let me here. Well, it's supposed to be able to pop off. Anyway, there we go. So there, you pop that off, you hook up a garden hose to that, and then you start it and let it run. So let's get that done. Okay, oh, that seal was almost out there, so push that back in. Get my garden hose here. Just like that. Let's get the hose on and start the engine. So the hose is on. You can kind of hear it's making some noise. You can hear the water. And then you can see it starting to come out there. And now it just started to come out here. So now I'm gonna go start it. Should be ready. One thing you want to do is just let it idle. You don't want to rev it up or do anything. So we're going to let it warm up for a couple minutes here, just on idle. Hear that monster. Okay, let's have a closer look. Looks good, so let's let that warm up for about 3 minutes. Okay, that was more like 5 to 10 minutes. That's okay. Let's take the cowling off. Push here. There we go. Okay. Now, let's try to do this while I'm holding this and climbing. I may have to put this down. Let's see. Pull up. Okay. There it is. It's off. I'm going to shut you down though so I can climb down without falling. So I shut the water off, but here's the oil and everything from my dealer that I got. So here's the little filter. 10W30. Oh, gear lube, oil for the leg, another 10W30, another gear lube, and another big 4 liter. So that's 6 liters engine oil, and I had them throw in one of these for the leg oil. And then what else did they throw in? They threw in also more rings here for when we take out this, all the screws or the drain plugs. That's good. So that's the supplies that I need to change the oil for this. Okay, so it's time to drain the oil. So here is the drain plug. It's 5/8. So we're gonna loosen that. It says just to loosen it a couple turns and the oil's gonna start draining. While that's happening, we will go and crack that. There's a little kind of drain here where any oil that leaks out, you can hook up a hose to here also. So for hose, speaking of hose, I'm just gonna use garden hose. Let's just just make sure it fits on. It looks like it was going to. There you go. Fits on perfectly. This is an old garden hose that I may have run over with a lawnmower, and it's just a piece. So you don't need any fancy equipment for this. So let's crack that open and see if we can get some oil draining through the garden hose into there. Well, it's not very tight, so you just need to break it and then you can finger loosen it. So let's get the hose on maybe right now. Let's do that. Let's get this end in here. Like that. Get you guys there like that. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold this end because the hose is gonna spin a bit. Let's see if we got some oil coming out. I turned it about 2 times. Nope, not yet. Let's see. Anything? There we go. Got some drainage happening here now. It took about 3 turns-ish. So let's let that drain. Staying nice and clean there. So that's good. Let's let that drain. We're still draining real good here. I just popped the cap and the that off there. So we're draining there. Also, just so you know, there's a QR code right there that when you scan that, it takes you right to YouTube and shows you how to change the oil. So they really make it a DIY. I probably spent about $250 in oil and everything, but it's gonna be, when I asked, it was way over double that to get the oil changed from the dealer. So you're gonna save yourself some money, and it's not hard. We're draining here. We're doing good. Okay, so this is still draining. So we're gonna keep that going. I swear I had a smaller oil filter wrench. I can't find it. We're gonna try that. Then I found some more garden hose. I hooked up to that, and it's just balancing onto this right here. This is going to probably fall onto the rocks and shatter, but let's give it a try and see. Let me set that up right there. Come on. Oh, it's working. Off. Grab this hose. Ooh, see how that was just. Let's see if any oil comes out of the hose here. Ooh. Oh yeah, look, see, there's oil. So it's working. So we're draining. So we'll let that drain. Then we're gonna put the new oil filter on. New oil filter. Just going to get a little dab of oil there. Rub it on the seal. It had a plastic over top, and it is already quite moist, as the kids would say. So let's let that drip a little bit more. It's still dripping. That's done. Okay, let's throw that on. I hope they sold me the right one. It's not threading on very easy. Okay, there we go. That's usually my luck though, hey? There we go, that just fell in the ground. Say hand tighten, then you're good to go. The bowl didn't break. We're okay. all good. See, it didn't break. The oil from this hose is dripping in there. And then we're gonna get the hazmat team to clean up that oil on the rocks there. We'll get her cleaned up. We got that hand tightened. Let's go see if this is still draining. Still draining. We'll let her drip. We're not in a rush here. Okay, we're just dripping and stuff, so I pulled the hose off. Let's tighten this. Just snug it up like it was. Get the wipe. There you go. Really no oil on the engine here. Just a little bit when I took the hose off, just right here. Plus, when I'm done, as you can see, it's a little dusty. There's a little bit of waterline marks. I'm gonna clean up this engine so it is shiny and black and beautiful. And get the oil in there. We are good to add the oil. So I was reading the sticker here. It says engine oil, 6.6 liters. So they gave me 6 liters. So I hope they know what they're doing. So I'm gonna put in, you know, we'll put 5+ in confidently, and then I'll start checking the level. And hopefully 6 is enough. If not, then I'll have to give another liter. But the dealer should have known that, you would think. But anyway, we'll see first. Okay, so let's add the oil on the old trusty funnel here. And I'm gonna add the 6 liters. If we need more, I'm gonna have to get another liter. But I'm gonna pour this in, and we'll see how it goes. You don't need to see this part, I don't think. So I'm gonna add it, and then we'll check the oil. Okay, so I put in all 6 liters of the oil. Let's check it. So you'll see here, well, maybe they were right. So you can see that there's oil. Let's wipe it off and re-put it in. It's gotta be in the middle here, they say. Right in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it back in. Let's see. So you can see it's dry here, it's wet here. So 1, 2 up, it's halfway, which is what they say, but it also says to run it for 3 minutes. So you're gonna fill up your oil filter, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna run it, and I'm gonna let it sit, and then we'll check the oil again, and then let's start on the leg. Okay, I ran it for the recommended 3 minutes after you change the oil. Check for leaks. No leaks, that's just water. That's all water, that's not oil, so that's good. Nothing leaking there. And then this filter here, everything's good there also, so you can see. No leak in there. So now we're gonna let it sit, and then I'm gonna check the level of oil again, but we're gonna let it sit. Let's do the leg oil now. Okay, so to change the leg oil in here, I have to take off the prop. So there's tabs, one here, and one on the other side. So you gotta bend those back, and then you gotta take off this socket. So I'm gonna hammer this. Open it, there, got that one. This isn't very convenient or anything, that's for sure. There, the tabs are bent. So let's take this nut off. Okay, so this nut here is 1 1/16, 27 millimeters, it says. This is a socket set that I didn't even know I had. Like, this thing was buried. So it's not a common socket. You might have to go out and buy this socket if you don't have it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stick a piece of wood right here, that, and we're gonna, there, just like that. There, let's take off the nut, and we're gonna pull this off. This, and this comes off. Just like that. There, now we can get at the bolts to change the leg oil. Okay, so now that we got that off, let's lower the motor. It says it should be at be level, basically. I think we're good there. Take that off. So here's what we're getting at. So this is the drain. It's gonna drain the oil. This is just a vent. So let's get that cracked. We got the oil pan underneath, and it's also, it's 10 mil. And those washers in the bag I got from the dealer, that's what these spare washers are for these plugs. Because I think you usually lose them in the pan, or they're stuck on like this one. I'll have to get a screwdriver to get that one off. And then now it should start to drain once I loosen this. Let's get this off. Okay. Getting it off here. You can see it's almost out. There. Smell it. And nothing's coming out. Oh, there we go. Oh, boy, that's not very quick. Let's tip it a bit more. Water, a little bit of oil in there. It's all gonna go in a tub and get recycled. So let's let that drain out, and then we'll add some. Okay, so here is what you need to get the oil back in. One of these pumps. So they sold me 2 liters of gear lube. I don't think I need that much. So maybe they sold me one too many on the gear lube. It should have been another motor oil, but we'll check the level on that later. So then you just stick this in here. It's supposed to go on here. Like that. And then you just pump it in once it's done draining. But I'll show you. We'll zoom in. It's still dripping. It's been probably 35 minutes. So we'll let it drip for a bit. Then we'll level it off, and then we'll add the oil. Okay, so we're pretty much done draining. It's just dripping now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this into the bottom hole. And we keep pumping it in until it comes out the top hole. Seems pretty simple. Let's give it a go. Okay, so let's start pumping this in. I noticed my tool here doesn't thread in very well. It comes with an adapter, but it doesn't work either. Doesn't seem to be coming back out, so you just keep squirting it in. We're just gonna keep pumping it until it comes out the top. actually, what I didn't do was when I put this in, there's this straw that goes in the bottom. So that's actually my fault. So let's see. Now let's add more oil from the original jug. And there we go. We're coming out the top. Let's do a little bit more, a little more push. Okay, there we go. Let's put this on. I put the new washer on. Already. Put this in. And that'll create a vacuum so it doesn't leak out. There, snug that up. Now, take that out and put this in. Got the new washer on there already. Snug it up. See if there's a torque spec for that and I'll let you know. Stand by. So that took about almost a full jug, 1 liter jug. Okay, so I found my torque specs. These 2 bolts for the leg oil, the gear oil, it says you're to torque them at 100 pounds an inch, not foot pounds. So don't get that confused with foot pounds, and it's an inch. So I don't have a torque wrench for that. So I snugged them up real tight and I'm happy with that. But the bolt on here, I found in here, is supposed to be 55 foot-pounds. So I actually have a torque wrench for that. So we'll do that next. Okay, so let's torque this at 55 pounds. I got my torque wrench. Get it on like that. And you'll see, we use this piece of wood here. There, 55 pounds right there. Okay, so it's been sitting now for a while, for a couple hours. I'm gonna check the oil level here. Let's see what it's at. Let's give her a wipe and check it. So they say it's supposed to be in the middle of those. Let's check it and see. So it's wet here, not here. So it looks good. That's what they say. It should be in the middle, and it is. So I guess 6 liters was enough. You don't actually get all the oil out when you drain the oil. So I guess that's the other 0.6. And I'll check it again in the spring. But that's the oil change. So I just want to say thanks for watching. And please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to give this motor a bit of a cleaning and we'll get her in a storage for the winter. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.